absolutely love that tune. And I love many of the tunes on a compilation that's sitting in front of me called I Am the Gorgon, 22 killer hits. And it's the soundtrack to a film. And the film is a documentary about the life of Bunny Striker Lee, one of the great producers of reggae. The film is called I Am the Gorgon, and so is this track by Cornell Campbell, The Gorgon.
I'm quite sure I can knock you out. I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Yeah, I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Oh, I don't mess with the east nor the west. I leave the public to suggest I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Yeah, people, I'm the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Yeah, yeah. Hush up your mouth, man, sip your stuff. This is not the dread, no what I'm talking about. I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Yeah, yeah, I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. People listen, yeah. I don't mess with the east nor the west. I leave the public to suggest I am the gaga. In a this ya dance, I am the gaga. People listen, I am the gaga. Yeah, in a this ya dance, I am the gaga. Oh, hush up your mouth, man, sip your stuff. This is not the dread, no what I'm talking about. I am the gaga.
I Am the Gorgon, the beautiful voice of Cornell Campbell, but also one of the tunes, of course, created by the man sitting opposite me, one of the big figures of reggae, Bunny Striker Lee, who's here with us now. Bunny, welcome very much to BBC London.
Yes, it's nice to be here.
It's absolutely lovely for me because I'm a huge reggae fan, and so I grew up listening to the music that came out of your studio. I love the Aggravators. I love all the King Tubby stuff. And how did you first get involved in music?
It was a friend of mine. He's my brother-in-law now, the great Derek Morgan.
Wow, Derek Morgan, one of the big figures of the early kind of ska and reggae world. So how did he get you involved?
I used to go around with him.
Yeah.
And, I meet some of the artists like Slim Smith and people like those. And I used to work at United Motors. Then I went to Kingston Industrial Garage. After I left there, I decided to go in the studio. Duke Reed gave me some studio time because I was like a record plug. I used to take the records to the radio station and get it played for Leslie Kong, Duke Reed, and Coxon.
Wow, there's some names for reggae fans.
We start Joe Gibbs in the business too,
Wow.
Yes, REGGAE, he's not with us anymore, Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, I know.
Lee Perry too. Yeah, Lee Perry used to work at Coxon. I was the first person that brought 500 pounds from Palmer and give Lee Perry to start doing his own record.
Because all those names you're mentioning, Coxon, Palmer, those were the record labels of my youth. I mean, I had, we used to go out and buy those records in Shepherd's Bush Market on import and absolutely loved that sound. What was the music scene like in Kingston back in those days?
Well, it was nothing is easy, really. You had a man named Robinson. He died now too. Most of the legends gone. They used to have a record shop named Caribbean Distributing. They used to do mail orders. They were the person that sent the pre come to England. I came to England first in 1968. February. It was cold, and when I come, if you have a record, a man don't want to hear it. Him says, it's free that you have youth man, make a hold them now. Yeah, it was,
But there was always a big market for that music here, wasn't there? There were always people buying the music here.
Yeah. Well, in the early days, Dave Bettridge, he was on Island for Chris Blackwell, you know, and he came to Jamaica in the late 67. I had Let Me Go Girl with Slim Smith out.
Slim Smith, for me, the most beautiful voice that Jamaica's ever produced.
Everybody said that. You know? Yes, he gone too early. But
him and Pat Kelly were my two favourites.
Yes. Pat is a great singer too, you know. But, you have one around still, you know, is as good as Slim Smith, but he mostly DJs. You know, Dave Barker from Dave and Nancy Collins. Yep. Dave Barker is one of the best singers.
Really?
You know, he can sing just like Slim Smith. Sometimes I can't know the difference. I don't know why he's talking. He's the shocks of mighty hit me back. He prefer that, but
he's got one of them sweet voices.
I have an album coming out, and I hope Frank give you a copy that you can listen to the good voice of Dave Barker.
Brilliant stuff.
Yes.
Now, they've made a film about you, haven't they?
Yes.
Tell me, how did that come about? How did that begin?
Well, we had a book. We started with a book first.
Yep.
Well, the book and the film was to come together, but the book is only 9 years. But the book start going like hot bread, and
that's reggae going international.
Yes, you know, some people call it the Reggae Bible because they love it on the continent and all that, and we decided to document most of the facts because most of the reggae so-called historians, they don't know what I'm saying. So,
and you were there, man.
I was there, I live it. Because I tell some people about some things, and the next thing I see it on a Trojan sleeve, you know, like they were there, and it's my words. So, you know, Frank Malone and his brethren decide to write a book, you know.
So the book came first, and then the documentary.
Yes. You know Noel.
Yeah.
Noel, yes.
So did they come to Jamaica and interview you? Or?
No, half the year, you know. I spent half the year in here, you know.
Right.
Because I live here half the time, because when I came here, I married in 69. So I got my papers them for England. So I never stayed out of the country for more than 2 years, so I come every year, you know.
Let's go back to the studio and what it was like in there. I mean, how did the Aggravators come about and all of that?
Well, the Aggravators were some young guys, you know. They wanted was to get good because at the time you had the great Lynn Tate and Jackie Jackson playing bass and things like that. But Family Man and myself get together.
You and Family Man? Yeah?
Yes, Family Man. His first tune he played was a Slim Smith tune. We call it Watch Your Sound, you know. He and his brother Carly, and, you know, the rest is history.
What about that?
And then Robbie Shakespeare come in when he joined the Whalers, because the Whalers band is part of the Aggravators,
right.
You know, right? And the Upsetter band is the Aggravators as well. The Hippie Boys, it goes on.
It's all the same musicians.
Yes. And then I start putting their names on the record, because Joe Gibbs used to put himself, Joe Gibbs and the Professionals. I said, Joe, you can't do that. The people, them want to know who is playing the music. I say, you don't know a semi-quiver or a beaver, like myself. So put the people there, make the people them know. So I do go further than that and put the picture. You know, Tommy McCook was a big musician, man, Roland Alfonso. All these guys, I did some big tune with
the
them.
The guys out of Scatterlights.
Yes. I did some Scatterlight tune.
And Roland Alfonso was Cuban originally, wasn't he?
Yes. Tommy McCook too.
Tommy McCook too.
Yes, just for the record. Did you know Rita Marley's Cuban too?
Yeah. There was a big, I didn't know that. No. Yes. There was a big kind of interface between Cuban music and Jamaican music, wasn't there, for a while?
Yes. You had a guy named Edmond Ross used to play mambo and things like that in the 50s, come right up to the 60s.
How did the whole kind of dub thing first begin, do you think?
Well, the dub thing, no. we start. Tubby's sound was going to play a sound named Tipper Tune in Jamaica. And I took you, Roy, up here and Roy Shirley and Max Rome to do some shows for a lady named Rita King.
And were they MCing at that point?
No, Rita King. You know Rita and Benny?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rita from London?
Yes.
From R&B Records?
Yes.
Yep. Rita and Benny, I knew.
Yes. Because they put out the first set of my tunes, them two, you know. She and her husband. Benny come to Jamaica, but Rita King, she never come. No. But her husband did. You know, he used to do the cartoon label up here, and funny, he used to do the Coxton label too, because Rita used to call the shots, you know. If she don't like your record or you're rude to her, she don't buy a record.
She was a formidable lady.
Yes. Yes.
So talk me through how the kind of whole dub idea started to get going.
Well, was experiment with some rhythm, you know.
Yeah.
Tubby's had a 2-track machine, and I got a 4-track machine now from Tubby's. I mean, from Dynamic. Dynamic was changing now to 16-track. So Byron Lee wanted the space, and I said, I will do a business with you, and I give Byron Lee 7 albums, the Magnificent 7. The name. So they gave me the machine, and I took it to Tubbs.
Yeah.
And Tubbs string it up. And was experimenting it with
some echo
and squawk and all that, and we develop a sound, you know. And then some of the guys, when them singing off key now, I said, Tubbs, don't stop it, make it play. When we go and mix it, to go and mix them on the rhythm. So sometime when we start dropping out rhythm and put pure drum and bass in the layer, chinging man is madness, and Tubbs say it's not going to work. I say, listen back when it's done. It was amazed, and people them like it. But most of those young singers sometimes used to sing off key. I used to have a friend, we call him Dennis Brown. New York, Dennis Brown, Linval Thompson. He have a good voice.
Linval got a lovely voice.
Yes, but he used to sing off key. But we mix him on the rhythm. You understand? And everybody like the rhythm drop out, and here everybody start following us now.
Who was your favourite, do you think, to work with of all the artists?
Huh?
Who did you like to work with most of all the artists?
Yeah, well, I work with almost everybody, you know. But as I said, Derek Morgan is my teacher. I can tell you that, you know.
Derek's your teacher?
Yes.
Brilliant stuff.
Yes, and then I do a lot of tune with Derek Morgan that hit up here, 7 letters, so Max Romeo, Wet Dream, you name it. We start Palmer Records in 68. And Trojan, I was there when Trojan was farming, you know. I took Dandy Livingston there, who used to work for Miss King. And he and she had some fuss, and I took him to the Betteridge, and they decided to do
Trojan
something. Trojan didn't farm it. Trojan farm off Duke Reed label, you know.
Right.
It was Duke Reed the Trojan. You understand? Duke Reed.
Yep.
But they couldn't get the record to release up here now, and then, you know, I talked to Duke, and they come to some agreement, and they start releasing Duke stuff.
Now, are you still involved in music?
Same way, I'm still involved in music.
Yeah?
Yeah, as long as I'm live, but still will be doing music. I'm 73 now.
I know. We got a party coming up.
Yes.
At the Jazz Cafe.
Yes, on the 12th of November.
On the 12th of November.
Yes.
Bunny Striker Lee's 73rd birthday, 47 years in reggae music.
Yes.
And that's a big event taking place in association with the Roots Rockers. Is there still great reggae coming out of Jamaica?
Yeah, man. We do some... We start making records up here because they say it couldn't be done, you know, and I say it could be done anywhere in the world. First time I came here, I record Jack Edwards' at a place named Maximum Studio on Old Kent Road.
Right.
And then he used to have a guy named Tony Pike of his studio. We do a lot of record there to Owen Gray, saying, girl, what you doing to me, and, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
there's the film.
Yeah.
The film is being screened on October the 7th at the Curzon Studios.
Yes.
Curzon Soho. And as I say, we've got this event coming up on November the 12th over at the Jazz Cafe. And the book is out. God, you're a very famous man, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I like the people them to know the truth, you know. And the film again, you see some characters like Prince Jasper, he's gone now, but Ira, people like those in there, and you learn something about them. The great Uriah is still alive, you know. Enough stories. The book will tell you all the stories you want to know about the business. Tell you about some of the great producers like Leslie Kong.
Yep.
He used to the Beverly's record. Well, Duke Reed. He was the first person that gave me through the time free to do my thing. And then Coxon. And the great Prince Buster too.
Well,
he used to be on plenty of his session.
You're mentioning many of the great names, and many of them feature on the album I Am the Gorgon by Bunny Strackley and the Roots of Reggae. I mean, you got the likes of Horace Andy and Ken Booth and the Uniques, Cornell Campbell we've already played, Dennis Al Capone. I mean, just so much great music. I'm going to play Cool Operator by Delroy Wilson.
That's one of the best singers come out of Jamaica.
A great singer,
Delroy Wilson used to be called Teacher by Dennis Brown.
Really?
He taught Dennis Brown how to phrase.
He taught the Crown Prince.
Yes, he taught him.
Fantastic
He
stuff.
and Slim Smith. Slim Smith taught him how to play guitar, and Delroy showed him how to phrase. Another great singer. He's not so well now. I hope him listening. John Holt. Hope him get well soon.
Is he not well, John?
No.
Well, he's certainly well known here. I mean, 1,000 Volts of Holt is one of the great reggae albums to my mind.
He and I did a lot of work too, John Holt. You know?
Great singer. Truly good. I could do this all day, Bunny, because as you can tell, I'm a fan. But we got to go, and I got to play one more song. The film, as I say, is on at the Curzon in Soho on October the 7th. The book, Reggae Going International, is out there. The Bunny Strackley story. There's the events coming up, and particularly the one, Grooving with the Legends, over at the Jazz Cafe.
Yes, with Owen Gray. Owen Gray is a legend too, you know. He's one of the grandmasters of the Jamaican music, Owen Gray.
Well, I'm in the presence of a master here. Bunny, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I love the way you walk. I love to hear you talk. I love to see you smile. You're a cool operator. Girl, I wish you were mine. I ain't got the
cool operator Delroy Wilson, and that's from I Am the Gorgon, 22 killer hits from the studios and the sound of Bunny Striker Lee, and what a gentleman as well. And you know, I could talk about that stuff all day because it's for me it's some of the greatest music ever made. And meeting one of the masters is always absolutely fantastic. Right then, it's 2:30. When we come back, we're going to be dancing to some funky flutes.